Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we got Rob in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
He'll be taking all your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure you tag at Star City Games so he can see your comments and send his favorites over to us. As always, we are brought to you by Star City Games, as well as Carnox Chairs. If you'd like one of these chairs, you can get 10% off by using our affiliate link, which is carnox.com/SCG. We are
still waiting for yours?
I am still waiting for my free chair. That is true. So you can go over to Twitter and
at this point, I might just buy one.
At Cedric A. Phillips to tell him that we deserve chairs and to work that out for us.
I might just buy one.
All the time. Can I get one too?
Yeah. We need as many people as possible to lobby on behalf of myself, on behalf of Corey, and on behalf of Rob, and especially Dan, who is still sitting in his 1,300 nail chair.
Yeah, they actually sent me one of those chairs as well. Like, they're like, sorry, use this for your content at home. We're not giving you a Carnox chair. And I'm like, all right. Okay.
We're going to need some help to get our Carnox chairs. We are in the middle of our first show exploring the brand new Pioneer format announced yesterday, and we are loving it.
Oh yeah, this is sick.
Yes.
This is absolutely sick.
We're bringing some of our favorite decks from standards past back to the present with some great updates from 7 years of cards. And we're not stopping with the last match. I think we got some of the spiciest ones.
Yeah. I mean, this I think is the deck I want to work the most. I love Saheeli Cat, don't get me wrong, but I really want this deck to be insane. It is just, it was my favorite deck when I came back into Magic. I was playing RPTQ, is trying to get back onto the Pro Tour while I was still in school, I mean, and the only reason I played is because, well, you could go to Hawaii and Dublin. Those places are cool. And second of all, this deck just looked like the most fun ever. 4-color Rally, when it was in Standard, just dominated. It dominated for a long time. And I picked it up maybe on the late end of it, but it's just still insane. You're abusing Collected Company, but now you're getting the power of Rally the Ancestors, a white X spell that returns every single card with converted mana cost to X or less to the battlefield, exile them at end step, but when you have cards like Nantuko Husk, you get to sacrifice them so they stay in your graveyard. You set up to rally again, and hopefully you have a Cutthroat to drain them in the process.
Yeah, definitely a very powerful engine here. You can still win fair games with just Nantuko dominating the battlefield. You've got Jace to provide some card advantage.
Yeah, no blocks I hear on Husk? Okay, take 42.
Yeah, so the mana base can be rough, like you mentioned before the break, and that'll be a big thing to test here to see how well that works. And you will be facing a deck with a very buttery, smooth mana base.
Yeah.
This is Simic Devotion, nearly mono green. We're just splashing for Hydroid Crisis. We got a couple Okos, which I like a lot in this deck. Not to turn my cards into 3/3s, but to, as a clean answer to a lot of problematic cards, you're going to trump a 3/3 with your green Devotion deck if you're doing things right. So turning any creature they have into a 3/3 is really nice. Something that you can get onto the battlefield quickly. We've got one Kiora, Master of the Depths, which can both untap Nykthos and dig for Nykthos. So a nice one. And then just 4 Hydroid Crisis as our main big threat. Just such a powerful card. We've seen it a lot in Standard over the last year and change.
Yeah, and being able to untap it with Nissa, like the amount of mana you can generate is just off the charts.
We have Nissa who shakes the world. You can untap Nykthos, double your mana with it, all that stuff. It's great. I like Crisis in particular as your big threat because you can cast it early if they've killed your mana creatures to recoup and start building a battlefield, and it's still excellent late. Yeah. Unlike a card like maybe Dragonlord Atarka or Hornet Queen that these decks have previously played. So I'm a really big fan here. And we get Castle Garenbrig too. There's so many other cards to be added. And
wait, does this mean green-white Devotion can come back? I don't think anybody wants that.
I mean, with Nissa, maybe. I don't know.
I did see a list that producer Travis had earlier with Sabretooth in it.
Okay, well, I know the first ban card because nobody wants to watch those long matches.
Yes, I saw a list on Pioneer deck lists that was playing Temur Sabretooth, Burning Tree Emissary, Panharmonicon to generate infinite mana.
Wow.
So that's kind of neat.
Wow.
So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. This was the first thing that comes to my mind when I'm trying to abuse having two different Llanowar Elves and Elvish Mystic. And Leyline of Abundance is going to be the key card. If I get to put one of those out quickly, all my mana creatures making 2 mana, I'm going to ramp really hard and do some really powerful things as early as turn 3.
Yeah.
I was goldfishing it because I goldfish every deck all the time.
Yeah.
And I cast a turn 2 Nissa one game because I had double Leyline. I went turn 1 creature, turn 1 elf, double A line, turn 2 Nykthos, tap the elf for 2, Nykthos for 5, play it, untap the Nykthos, tap the forest for 2.
I was goldfishing on the other side,
Take
though,
7.
and I thought seized you on turn 1, though, so
Yeah, no,
sorry,
that's
man.
that's not how it works.
All right, so make sure to take your questions here. We'll get those answered after game 1 here, but I want to play this match. I don't know about you. So I won the last match. You're going first, I assume?
Yes, and we will be playing for the marbles.
For the marbles. All of them.
What do I have here? Okay, so we have that component.
All right, we have some awkward stuff here,
Okay.
but
Very natural curve with this hand, so an easy keep.
I think we're going to keep as well. I mean, we don't have any of our super explosive cards, but we have some of the toolbox cards,
Okay.
so we're going to keep.
Pre-game effect.
Okay,
Leyline of Abundance.
sure.
I will play a Breeding Pool, shocking myself.
Okay,
Go to 18.
18.
I will cast Oath of Nissa.
Okay.
Okay.
Has that broken the streak of turn 1 elves for you, Ross?
It might have.
Old Pelucranos, huh?
You can go.
Oh boy. All right, so our hand is not doing anything that spectacular. We'll just play this, say go. We really don't have many 1-drops, if any. I can't remember. I don't think there were. Oh, Stitch and Supplier, but.
Sylvan Carry added.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. Okay, so now we have options here of what to do. Do we want to get more land or start to draw some cards here? I think we want to go for land, so we're going to go Satyr Wayfinder.
Yep.
Start to fill our graveyard a bit, and then we got the Fabled Passage and some creatures in the yard, kind of what we're trying to do here. So, pass to you.
Okay. I will go to 16.
Okay.
I will tap this for 2 mana, so
Yeah.
5 total. Play a Nissa Who Shakes the World.
Turn 3 Nissa, we hear it's pretty good.
I will untap a Breeding Pool and attack you for 3.
All right. All right.
And actually, I can do this with the Sanctum because now it's a creature. So the Leyline is going to count all the lands that Nissa untaps.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, because whenever I tap a creature for mana. And
All
it's a
right.
creature that I'm tapping
So now
for mana.
that taps for 2.
So this will tap for 2, yeah.
So a Breeding Pool would tap for 3 then.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe I just want to start untapping the Breeding Pools to set up for next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
Wow, that's insane.
So you take 3 to 17. We'll tap this for 3 mana and play Elena Wells and an Elvish Mystic.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Well, we know your last card is Pelucranos, huh?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Do I have enough mana to utilize Pelucranos? Can anyone tell?
Let's get a mathematician in here.
Might not be enough.
Yeah. This is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. Untap here, make 3 more. I have 15 mana next turn.
Yeah. All right. Well, we don't really have too much set up right now. We need to try to find our rally. We need to find a lot right now, unfortunately. So we have to do some setup turns. I just don't know if we're going to have that luxury. But maybe we just want to be mana efficient here and get the Grim down. Say go. Now we're able to block some stuff and maybe shut down a little bit of mana, but this is not great.
Who needs Tron when you just had this kind of start?
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, what do I want to do?
You probably got some stuff.
So you will certainly trade a Grim Haruspex for one of my lands.
More than likely, yeah.
It's plain Oko.
All right. Seems pretty good.
Yeah, it starts on 4. I don't like turning this into a 3/3 doesn't really change anything. So I think this is just going to end up making a food.
Okay.
Do we have any food over here? Did
We
we forget? Yeah,
should.
there we go.
There we go.
Got some pastries. And I'm gonna play Pelucranos.
Okay. Let me just give this a double read again. I know I played with this card before.
Let's untap the Botanical Sanctum. Make that a 3/3. And so now
Okay.
this is 7 mana that I just have untapped. So I can Pelucranos for 3. I guess I could attack with these and then before blocks Pelucranos for 3
Ooh, that's
and
pretty
fight
good.
both of these and put you to 11. But then you get to draw a card from this, and I don't have access to Pelucranos next turn. You'll be at 11, and I guess I can untap at very minimum, untap a land, make this a 3/3. You have one blocker for Plukiners, maybe one blocker for a 3/3, and then this is 11. So that actually seems good. You'll need to generate three blockers, or which seems difficult. So Collected Company wouldn't do it.
That makes sense to me. I'm in trouble.
I like that play. So we'll declare attacks with our 2 lands. This taps for 3, this taps for 2, this taps for 2, and make 7 mana. Monstrous, X equals 3. Fight your 2 creatures.
Okay, I'll draw a card.
Yep.
We have a
And you take
specific
6.
card in mind to draw here.
Is it Rally?
Rally would be quite strong.
I mean, it wouldn't.
It's enough blockers, I think.
Yeah,
But
that's the only way you can generate 3 blockers.
Yeah.
So you need untapped white mana into Rally.
Okay. We didn't get it. We can for sure get 2 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5.
Turn the food into a 3/3. Turn this into a 3/3. Block here. Take 11.
Okay. So we have 1 out to get 1 more creature to try to stay alive. We need to hit a supplier off this. No such luck. Yeah, we can play a supplier, but we needed... no, we'll be dead. I really didn't have too much going on, though. My hand was just kind of dirtily. I didn't have Cocos or that, and your draw was absolutely disgusting.
Well, this is just turn 4.
All right, let's go to the next game. That was disgusting. Who would have guessed Devotion is quite nice, huh?
Yeah, and that was without any Nykthos. That was just Nissa, which I think is like... Nissa's just an insane addition.
Nissa is just busted.
So easy to cast it on turn 3.
Yeah.
It actually made building my mana base a little awkward.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to play more forests, but you need blue sources. And the only blue source that's also a forest is Breeding Pool.
Is Breeding Pool, yeah.
Like, I don't really want to play Fabled Passage because I want my lands to enter untapped pretty early.
Yeah, because, there's times when you just play a 3rd land, but with 2 mana creatures, you play Nissa. And if that 3rd land is Fabled Passage, that's not untapped.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a big problem.
Yeah, having untapped land, I reasoned that having untapped lands on the first 3 turns was more important than having them untapped on turn 4 and 5.
Yeah.
So I'm playing 4 Botanical Sanctum.
Yeah.
But I think I'm only playing 2 or 3 Hinterland Harbors, in part just to get more forests in my deck.
Yeah. The mana bases are a lot better, in general in this format than, when they were in Standard. Even looking back to the deck I played Brian Braun-Duin's Worlds deck, like, that was playing Evolving Wilds. I got Fabled Passage, just a huge strict upgrade. It was playing, like, Canopy Vista, Canopy Vista, a lot of battle lands and stuff, and now I just got 8 dual lands. So I upgraded that mana base like a lot. That one was huge. Now this mana base did downgrade a bit, but we didn't have problems there. We were just playing 1/1s when you were doing crazy stuff. Like on the play, maybe, because if I would have had 1 more setup turn, it would have been a little different.
Yeah.
But, on the draw, there's nothing I could really do about that. And I think this is kind of what this matchup I think is going to boil down to. Because if I can have a turn 4 Coco where I don't have to like Coco into something to keep myself alive, that's how I can kind of push the advantage. If I can do like a value Coco.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I don't interact with your combo very well.
And I don't interact with yours either. So we're just here playing solitaire.
Yeah. Who can do their thing, their thing faster.
Postboard had definitely changed a lot. I know I have a good amount of interaction. So we'll see once we get to this 3rd game here. But we got time for one quick question while we're going here.
Yeah. What do you see as being the primary removal in this format going forward? Is it Fatal Push, Abrupt Decay, Assassin's Trophy? Is it Hero's Downfall?
Oh,
forgot about that.
I think all of those cards will see play. So it's not like you're playing one over the other. You're just finding the right mix of them.
Yep.
So that's sort of your black removal package, Black and Golgari. I think red.
Harness Lightning Suite in the right shell, of
Harness
course.
Lightning and Energy is going to be good. A Braid is going to be very good. Deals with the equipment.
Yeah.
Or not with the vehicles. And then I think Fiery Impulse is a very good magic card.
That's 2, and if it's Spell Mastery, it's a lightning bolt.
But only to creatures.
Okay. Yeah.
But for a reactive deck that wants to kill 3 toughness things, that's going to be good. You saw utilizing Reckless Rage in the right shell, really important for dealing with Felidar Guardian. So I think Rending Volley will end up being an important sideboard card.
I think Noxious Grass will be a great sideboard card.
Potentially Fry might be better than Rending Volley if you need to kill big Teferi and little Teferi.
Yup.
Rending Volley doesn't do that, so that'll be a metagame dependent. So those kind of things.
Yeah, those kind of old standard decks didn't have these kind of silver bullet removal spells like Noxious Grass Fry. These are very new, but they're insanely powerful. You know, I mean, they're great sideboard cards. I would not be shocked to have, see one of these kind of silver bullet removal spells in the sideboard of a lot of decks.
I agree. So I'm expecting to see a lot of different removal, and that's what to expect in the way Magic has been designed the last 7 years.
Yeah,
you can't just play all fatal pushes. You can't kill a 3 toughness thing or 3 CMC or 5 CMC.
Yeah.
You can't play all decays, 4 CMC. You can't play all trophies because that's bad at killing early creatures. So you've got to just find the right mix, and there's a lot of options. So it'll take a while to really narrow that down.
All right, so getting back to the game here, I mean, we're seeing my mana base is pretty interesting. If we look at my hand, this is one we did not have to play in earlier days, and maybe it still shouldn't be in here, but I was trying to fix the mana in any way, and I kind of think it's needed. But I am going to keep. We need a little help from this hand, but...
This is a risky keep, but if we hit, it can be really powerful, so I'm going to keep as well.
Okay.
Whoa, pre-game effect.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Rude. My bad. Stitches the flyer.
Sure. You thought you were on the play. No, I get to take the first game action.
Your turn. Good for you.
Okay, that was a good start here. We have Forest Elvish Mystic.
Okay. All right, that was a good draw. That was a really good draw. We're hyped about that. Now, we'll trade here. We'll put that into the graveyard.
No, this is
I'll
not
trigger.
Hearthstone. You don't get to attack my creatures.
Oh, wait, you wanted to take it?
Yeah, I'll take the 1.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I know that life total is how you lose, but I think I'll take the 1.
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him. He will have trouble seeing with dodgeball reference. All right, whatever.
Oh, I can probably quote that movie from memory.
Yeah. Okay, so I think another Fabled Passage is okay, but I do already have one in hand, so I think we can just get this forest back and then pass it to you.
Ooh, that's another good draw. I will start with an Oath of Nissa.
Okay. We're kind of doing things here, but we do still need quite a bit of help here if we want to really get our rally off, which is, the namesake of the deck.
Okay, I'll take another Elvish Mystic since it's going to add 2 mana.
Okay.
I will play a Castle Garen Brig. This makes 2 mana, 3 total. Elvish Mystic, Sylvan Carry added.
So I have a feeling your next turn might be all right, huh?
I'm just digging for a Nykthos. At this point, we're up to 6 Devotion.
Okay. And now we're just kind of dirtling around here. It doesn't feel quite at the power level you're doing, but if you can get it going, it really will.
Block the Seder Wayfinder, go to 18.
Push it to 18. Okay, and then we'll play the ever popular
Opulent Palace.
Yeah, your turn.
With your deck, why did you choose to go with blue instead of Cartel Aristocrat and Cruel Celebrant?
I just thought Jace was way too important because there's a lot of time when you Collective Company at end step in and you hit a Jace, but you don't have the rally. But you mill so many cards that rally's usually in your graveyard that if you draw a card, you can get your rally that way. Just plain and simple, I think Jace is so important. But I do not fault anyone for going the more combo-esque way, but I think you lose endgame consistency. So, I'm not sure about this one. This was kind of my third deck, kind of aim for the skies deck, but there is a fail rate, and this deck could be bad. I'm not.
So I'm going to make 4 with these, filter it into the castle, go to 6 green.
Yeah.
This will make blue green.
Okay.
So 7 green and a blue. I'll play a 6/6 Crisis and draw 3 cards.
Okay.
And I'll gain 3 life, go to 21.
Sure. Seems fine.
Still haven't hit a Nykthos, but I will cast Once Upon a Time. And I did play another land for that. So do I want to Once Upon a Time now, or do I want to get this other elf down for next turn? So
I would think getting elves down first would be correct, but who knows?
Yeah, unless I hit exactly Nykthos, but no, I'll get the elf down.
Okay.
Pass.
All right. All right, our draws are not really agreeing with us here. We will... I'll attack.
So I will block the Zulaport Cutthroat with the Crisis.
All right, before damage.
Are we rallying?
No.
company.
Coco, yeah. There's certain things I can hit off company that give me value here. Like more Grim Harvesters to draw a card, maybe another Cutthroat to really try to get something. So we're gonna Coco.
Okay.
All right, let's hit some good ones. 6, okay. It's not great. Definitely need some help. We're really hoping for a Jace here. So let's think here. We got these 3 as our options here. Now, Husk is something I really need. I just don't have that type of effect yet. Now it's, do I think Cutthroat is better or just Satyr Wayfinding for a land and filling my graveyard? I think the Cutthroat is more important, so we're going to bottom these.
Yep. So I will take 2 damage here, and then we'll get 2 drain, or 1 drain.
So 2
No,
drains.
it counts itself.
Yep. So you take 4 total.
Yeah, so I'm at 17, you're at 22.
17 and 22, and then we'll pass it to you.
Okay, still digging for that Nykthos.
And I'm still digging for Rally. Now, if I get Rally, I think you're just dead.
Maybe.
Yeah, because each creature would count for 2. I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, yeah.
That's 18.
Oh, yeah.
I will cast it once upon a time.
Okay. Oh, I gained 2 as well, up to 22. Gonna be kind of relevant. I mean, I'm gonna be taking some hits here.
I will select a breeding pool.
Okay.
I will cast a Nissa.
Okay. And yeah, of note, he's not activating Castle, he's just using 5 mana here. Yep.
Playing Oko.
Okay.
This is still on 5. I'll plus the Oko on the Husk.
Okay, I can't have that. Now at this point, I think I just need to get lucky and hit a Rally. So I think maybe I'm gonna, and then if I do that, I want more creatures in my graveyard. So I'm gonna sack, drain you for 1.
1623.
Yep, mill 3, and then sack itself to drain you again.
1524.
Yep. Okay.
Play the breeding pool tapped.
Okay.
Plus to untap the breeding pool.
Okay.
Play another Oko plus on this.
Okay.
Just
Been
wanna-
alkified.
And I don't have to worry about either of my planeswalkers dying since you only have 4 power.
Yep.
So I will just attack you for 6.
All right, 18.
That'll shut down one of the Cutthroats, which I think keeps me alive. Well, hold on. I should probably do it's the same either way. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'll be 12. Okay, so I guess you have enough either way because you're going to get to attack me for 4. But whatever, you can go.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
That's not it. All right, we will cast an Elvish Visionary.
Yep.
Draw. Not a bad draw, not the greatest. Jace.
It's pretty good.
And I'll attack you for 4.
I go to 11.
Your turn.
Now I've got to try to figure out if there's a way I can survive next turn. I've got a lot of mana.
You do have a lot of
That's
mana.
for sure. So, how many creatures you got in that graveyard?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures.
7 of them are not Zulaport Cutthroat.
And 2 of them are Jaces. So they legend, so.
Yeah. So we have to discount the. So we have to. These 2 are going to stay on the battlefield the longest: the Husk and the Cutthroat. The other. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So you have 11 here. assuming you don't hit another cutthroat. So I want to stay above 11 with potentially blocking these. That should be easy enough to do, actually.
Yep. Love that.
So, here is what I will do. I will... these just always have vigilance, right? Yeah.
They always do, yep.
Okay, let's attack you for 9.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll go to 9.
We'll set up a kill for next turn. I will make 2 green.
Okay.
I will animate this forest.
Okay.
He's now tapped for 3. So we'll go to 7 green and a blue.
Okay.
We'll filter 4 of the green into this. We'll go to 9 green and a blue.
Okay.
11 green and a blue. And this is another 8. Actually, I think I want to leave 1 mana creature untapped.
For blocking, yeah.
So I had 11 green and a blue. This is another 6. 17 green and a blue.
Okay.
So Hydro Crisis for 16. I'll draw 8, gain 8.
Wow.
Seems all right.
Wow. You gain 8?
Yeah, I go to 19.
Okay. Wow.
Draw 8.
Oh, now the flyers are just lethal. You're having fun, aren't you?
And you're at 9.
Yeah.
How much devotion do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm a little short. I can only play a 6/6.
Oh, sure. Darn.
So, what will I do instead? I think I will just play some more blockers and set up to sacrifice a food.
Okay.
So we'll tap that for 2 and play these.
Okay.
And make a food to gain 3 more life.
Okay.
With this caryatid. And you're up.
Well, him not turning my Jace into an elk is an egregious misplay, but we'll take that. We're still very dead. At least we have a little bit more hope now. Yeah, because now you gave me a lot of outs with this top deck. Now the Wayfind or the Supplier can mill over Rally. At least I got a company. So I have to draw into Rally. Okay. Draw. Oh no.
Was Rally even good enough still?
I think it was.
Oh, you hit us. You still only have 1 cutthroat.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't, but there was it would do some more things, but
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I just wanted
7,
to do
8,
it.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Well,
yeah, that's only 13.
Well, regardless, we're gonna collect a company with Jace here.
Sure.
Don't think there's a way out of this. Maybe there's some world where we can survive with some line here, but I highly doubt it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have a cutthroat, and we have. Yeah, I'm just very dead in the air. Let's move on.
You just need
that looked impressive.
You need more permanence.
Yeah.
Hydro Crisis is a really good Magic card.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow.
That Jellyfish Hydra could have been an Emrakul.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bigger than Emrakul. And I definitely had 6 permanents I could have sacrificed to Annihilator.
That was impressive. That was quite impressive. What do you say? Let's try to get a sideboarded game here. We got a little bit of time still. So we're gonna take just a short break and see if these sideboards can help. I know I got some interaction that might help me a little bit, so don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, welcome back to Versus Live. Here we are in our 3rd match. I am playing 4-color Rally up against your sweet Simic ramp deck you got going over there. That looked impressive. That I couldn't do anything. I mean, if I had Rally, a little sooner, the games would have been different, but I don't even think I would have won. So I don't know. Maybe this matchup just isn't right yet, but that deck looked impressive. So what we're gonna try here, I'm gonna take out a couple of the Grim. What is this?
Haruspecs.
Grim Haruspecs. Just being able to gain card advantage when they die isn't that relevant because you're going over the top. You're not actually killing my creature. You're not trying to interact with me.
Yeah.
And this combos well, like, I'm starting to sack my cards to make sure I get a second rally after I do it. But usually having 2 of these in the deck is enough to have 1 in the graveyard after a late game type of thing.
You want a lot of those cards when your opponent's thought seizing you and countering stuff, and
trying to just kill my creatures in general, you know. So up against a some kind of control deck, this card's going to be great. Then we're taking on 1 Elvish Visionary for some noxious grass here. I mean, it's good enough in standard against these blue-green ramp decks. It might as well be good enough in a new format here. And for what it's worth, I don't think we're going to get to another game. I mean, maybe, but when I'm on the draw, I would bring in Thoughtseizes because I really have to do something to break your stalemate here. Maybe even Assassin's Trophy if I really want to, but I can't take too much away from my creature combo. I am a collected company deck, and I already have to play for Rally. So you really got to be careful about how many spells you bring in a deck like this.
Yeah, I think Thoughtseize and Noxious Grass would be about the max.
Yeah, for sure. And I'd have to probably take out some Rally, like 1 or 2 or something, Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. What do you got over there, Ross?
I have to say before I get into my sideboarding that I cannot abide cutting Elvish Visionary. This is...
Yeah. Oh, I know. That's your...
sacrilegious.
That's your pet card, huh?
So we're going to, my green creatures are going to rally around their fallen brethren.
Sure.
Visionary
yeah, because my 2-mana 1/1 draw card is really good against your 16/16 Hydroid Crises.
You'd be surprised. On my side, we're bringing in some good disruption. Negate is an obvious one to counter Rally and Company. Sorcerer Spyglass is here to name Nantuko Husk. So you do have one, say a functional reprint of Nantuko Husk. You have a 5th copy.
Yeah. Baron...
Raven Bear...
I can't even remember.
What's the name of it?
It does the same thing.
Everybody knows.
Everyone knows. They can see it.
I'm not sure how good Oko is going to be in this matchup.
Blood Baron,
yeah.
Spelled so weirdly.
I think shutting down Zulaport Cutthroats and stuff is quite nice, though if you do have Nantuko Husk out, it's going to be awkward. So I think it gets better in combination with Spyglass. We're going to shut down the Husk, because that'll just, reduce your synergies. I can also, plus on Jace. And those are the kind of things that I'm worried about. Those creatures that can, just combo me. And that's why Oko's in the deck. So I'm going to try bringing in another one. And we're just going to shave a little bit. The one Kiora gets cut. We're going to trim down on ley lines. Once Upon a Time gets a little bit worse when we're bringing in all these non-hits for it. And then the one Walking Ballistic, this is mainly here to have a main deck answer to Saheeli combo, and there's a couple more on the sideboard. Yep. I'm not really concerned about you building a battlefield. I just trump you pretty easily.
Yeah, and when you kill my stuff, I kind of want that to happen sometimes, that's why Rally was good, because there were decks like Jund Delirium at the time. There were other decks that were just trying to kill creatures, and you were just okay, sure, keep killing them, and then you eventually just bring them back, and they look really silly.
Yep. So I'll still have Pelucranos in the deck because that can just clear out all your blockers for one big attack.
Yeah.
Which is really nice, especially if I have Nissa going, make some 3/3s. But
yeah. Well, while we're shuffling up, let's take a couple questions, Rob.
All right, we have one, but the first one I want to get to is a small little correction from Asteas.
Okay.
On Blood Baron, apparently Baron means child. It's not the same as a Baron as a noble title.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit of information for everybody.
Excellent. The more you know.
So the question I had is from Galen150. And they want to know, as we're brewing decks for this format, do you think it's correct to look at old standard decks that were powerful and brew from there, or try to look at this format in kind of a new way?
So old standard decks you can do it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking at old standard decks, I would advise that you look back to what was doing well at the end of a format over in the summer when standard is at its largest, because that's when the synergies are really developed in the standard format and it's really powerful. Those are the decks that are going to translate a little bit better than decks that did well in the fall. But if you're going to go the other route and try to find cross-block synergies, what you need to do is find powerful build-arounds. These are the Hardened Scales decks. There was a Hardened Scales deck briefly in Standard. It wasn't that good. Now there's more tools for it. Mm-hmm. The Emery, what tools do we have for this? With Jeskai Ascendancy and other things. Maybe a fair Jeskai Ascendancy deck. So you're going to have to find powerful build-arounds and see if there's enough that exists in Pioneer to build around it that didn't exist in Standard.
Yeah.
So you really have to start with that in mind rather than say, okay, I'm just going to build something from scratch.
Yeah.
And then, or you can look at, older Standard decks and be like, this is a synergy that I know exists, and how can I upgrade it?
Agreed. And I'll pretty much echo what you said there. The one thing is, like, a good starting point is looking at these standard decks to kind of get ideas and stuff. But I have a feeling the best decks are going to be these kind of cross-block decks that are going to really abuse the synergy, because it's such a huge card pool that, like, I think level 1 is building updated standard decks. Level 2 is like looking at modern decks and trying to make the cards that kind of fit in the places of some of these decks, because we don't have everything for modern. And then I think level 3 is just looking at the big picture, right? And then just see what kind of pieces connect and what's going to be the busted combo decks. And I think level 3 there is going to be the better decks.
Yeah.
And
also, when you're upgrading old standard decks, I wouldn't be too, slavishly devoted to the specific cards that are in them beyond the real core cards.
Yeah.
But I would really take a look at the structure of how they're built. What's their land count? What's their curve like? How many threats versus, disruptive elements do they have? And try to keep those the same to begin with. Obviously, things will adjust a little bit based on the new context, but that's where that deck landed after months of tuning, and it landed there for good reason.
Yeah.
So that I wouldn't try to deviate too hard from the skeleton that they have in terms of its structure, but you're gonna want to try new cards. You're gonna want to get upgrades.
Like if you see Evolving Wilds, turn it into Fabled Passages.
Your mono blue devotion deck should not be main decking Tidebinder Mage.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
We have Murvok Trickster, we have Harbinger of the Tides. There's a lot of options in that
a lot
slot.
of goods. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go first. You are 2-0 up on me here, kind of destroying me here, but we're gonna try our best to come back. We're gonna try it. It is a little land heavy here, but our last card allowed us to at least cast some spells, so we're gonna keep.
I will keep as well.
Pre-game effects? Shocking. Your turn.
Elvish Mystic.
Wow. Just wow. All right, we're going to... I think we want to take 2 here and play a Jace.
You're at 18. That's
Your
a
turn.
Scary one.
So, Ross, I think you should just never play a red deck again and just only play green deck.
Yeah, no kidding. These green decks are treating you right. I'll block.
Tap for 2 green.
Okay.
Play Silver Curiated.
All right, well, if we look at our hand, it's kind of not developing the way we would have hoped, but we're going to draw.
Yep.
I suppose we can discard this. Now, going to cast Satyr Wayfinder.
Sure.
Come on, Hogak one time. Miss. Stitcher Supplier.
Yep.
Come on, Hogak. Oh. All right. Pass it to you.
That's the rally set up with the Jace, so I'm going to try to kill pretty quickly. That's going to be hard to do.
Yeah,
I might get comboed out in this one.
I might be able to do something this game.
Speak.
Oh my god. What did you do?
Okay, so how do we want to do this? So this makes 4 green.
Yeah. 5, 6.
6 green. 1 green floating.
Okay.
Green blue. So
Yeah.
2 green and a blue. Oko.
Oh my god.
Make your Jace a 3/3. And
wow.
Untap this breeding pool and attack you for 3.
Well, I could block in hopes of triggering more stuff, getting a ridiculous rally. Might as well. Block, melt. All right.
Pass the turn.
Untap our elk. Okay, at least that was a good draw. I'll take 2.
You're at 16.
Yep.
Is that a collected company?
I think we will attack. God, they're all so good. Both planeswalkers are so good right now. I think we'll attack Oko. Just because we don't want the exchange to happen in case we actually get something good. We'll pass it to you.
Okay.
What do you got, like 8 mana this turn? Or
Oh, more than that.
I know, I was kidding.
Sylvan Carry added.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, that taps for 2.
This.
I think you found your new home, man. I think green decks really suit you.
8 green.
Okay. My God. Okay.
Go down to 6, up to 14.
Okay.
Untap this.
Okay.
Now go down to 12.
Up to 20.
21. It adds another one.
Oh, yeah. 21.
24. 26.
Sure.
Making at least 1 blue. I'll play a 24-point Hydro Crisis. Draw 12.
Okay.
Do I want this? I'm also at 32.
It's larger than, like, Merit Liege. What turn is
You
this?
could beat 2 Emeralds.
I guess that was a mistake.
Oh, wow. I just misplayed. I only drew 12 cards.
I should have drawn 1 less card because then I could leave up negate.
Oh, yeah, that's foolish.
But I wasn't thinking. I did.
Side,
This is actually a really bad 12 cards, to be honest. It's
right.
Yeah,
It's
does
that
it,
bad, isn't it?
did you guys bring your smallest violin that we can play back here, or did you guys leave that at home? Wow. What do you got, 32?
yes. Let's make a food.
This was a bad draw of 12 cards.
I mean, as far as 12 card draws go, this is on the low end of the spectrum.
Wow.
I'd like to go to cleanup.
All right, I will stop you. I'm going to collect a company. All right, I guess we need a Jace, and maybe we can kind of do something here. 4, 5, 6. Of course not. All right, instead we'll draw a card. And we put another rally at the bottom, so like we have 1 out now. Oh my God. Okay, draw a card. Our hand is excellent. We're doing the same power level
I'll
stuff.
discard 5 lands to
Okay.
game size. See, play Elvish Visionary. It's great. You get to draw another card.
Draw a card. Stitcher Supplier.
Middle of 4th rally.
Go.
Okay, this might be the largest Hydro Crisis ever cast.
Wow.
Outside of a commander
And that
game.
was turn 4. That was turn 4.
That was turn 4.
Wow. Unreal.
Is that big?
That's pretty large.
Do I want that?
Wow. That was impressive. That was impressive.
Yeah. Leyline of Abundance, it goes fast.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had it turn 0 all 3 games.
Okay. All right. Hey, I got an idea. Since we have a little bit of time, we established you beat this deck, right?
Yeah.
Since this deck was so impressive, how about we play one quick game of Saheeli Cat versus that one? Since we got a little time, are you up for the challenge?
Sure.
See if you can compete with that deck. Maybe sideboard quick, and we'll answer a question while you do so.
Do we got a question, Rob?
I'm gonna need some help from the chat here.
Okay, sure, no
Come on,
problem.
chat.
New stuff going on here.
Yeah.
They're all pretty shell shocked.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. That was unreal. I mean, I just couldn't do anything.
Did I want that?
Yeah. You know, and honestly, maybe the power level is just not there for Rally. Like, once again, it's a combo deck, but you have to work way harder to get there. So you know, I mean, maybe it's just like you want to be playing combo decks like this instead of having to work so hard. Your mana base has to be way worse. Maybe it's something I really wanted to try because it was a pet deck of mine, but I think maybe it's just not there.
Well, I think one of the strengths of Rally when it was in Standard is that the rest of that format was all very interactive decks.
Yeah.
There was Jeskai Black. There was Mardu Green. Just the worst deck names.
Yeah,
all
I
these
remember that.
Heavy removal decks.
In the meantime, I'll give that to you.
Yeah, and you were just a deck full of value creatures, so you matched up really well against all these removal spells. This deck does not match up well against decks that just go over the top of it and let it cast its creatures. As long as you can, have one answer for the Rally or one answer for the Jace, which is what I was able to do in a couple of those games, you're going to get really trumped on the battlefield. So, if decks like this end up being good, then you're going to be poorly positioned. But let's play that, next week against a dig through time removal deck. You'll see it perform a lot better.
Yeah, that's true. And one thing I want to point out about your deck is with blue and green as your card options, you get an insane sideboard. You get, negates or you get veils. Now, you don't get a lot for like mono red and stuff like that, but maybe you necessarily don't need it. I mean, you just gained 12 life with Crisis on turn 4.
I have Courser of Crufix I can play. You can also just play Nylea's Disciple.
Okay.
Just 2 green, 3/3, ETB, gain life equal to your devotion to green.
Oh, yeah.
Do I want that?
That's spicy.
Yeah.
That's spicy. We'll see how you can match up against a combo deck with not too much interaction, though. This might be a different story. But it might still be completely busted. Who knows? Well, this hand is a bit awkward. I think it's just a little too clunky. Yeah, I'm going to mulligan.
Okay, I will keep mine, though. This could end up being a little clunky because I don't have a ley line, which is really unlucky.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I'm supposed to have it in my opening hand every game.
Yeah, you have to actually, tap mana the normal way. Like, elves produce 1.
Yeah, my cards almost do what they say.
Wow, that's
instead
not
of
fair.
3 times as much.
That's not fair. Okay, so we're mulling. Okay, this one's a keep. Not insane or anything, but we're going to keep it. Now, what do we want to put at the bottom? I think we need this because of its energy sink here. So I think we can just bottom this Chandra. It's pretty hard for us to cast, and it's just not going to be that good. So we are going to start with this and say go. Oh, my.
So close.
Yeah, I was going to say, that doesn't work.
A very castable card, though.
All right. Well, this is awkward. Our mana base doesn't really agree with us here. We're going to get 1 energy and pass to you. What do you know? I'm having mana problems even in this perfect mana base.
Okay, let's get a Sanctum out there and 2 more mana creatures.
Okay.
That's the turn.
All right. Okay, now I think we will... we're gonna... that's pretty risky. Yeah, we're gonna take a little risk here. Play Saheeli Rye, and we're gonna tick up, deal 1 to you, scry...
I'm at 19.
Bottom, and pass to you. There's a certain play pattern that I'm terrified of right now.
A land and a Nissa here would be quite good.
that was it. That was it.
But I do not have it, so I'm going to be vulnerable for a turn. But I should do something pretty awesome next turn. We will hardcast a ley line.
Okay.
Let's make 2 green.
Okay.
I guess I don't have to worry about you having haste creatures, so we'll do it with the...
Oh, you have to worry about haste creatures, all right. Infinite haste creatures.
We'll play an Oath of Nissa with a green floating.
Okay.
Do we want a Pelucranos or a Crisis here?
Yikes.
I think we might want the Pelucranos. Do I have enough mana to stop you from comboing? So this will be 4 to cast it, and then I'll have 2, 4, 8 devotion. Yeah, that'll be enough for next turn. So let's get Pelucranos.
Okay. Yeah, because it can deal damage to planeswalkers, right?
No, it's just creatures. But
okay.
I have a Nykthos, so I'll have enough to fight Felidar Guardian.
Yep, makes sense.
We'll use the green floating to Oath again.
Okay.
Oh, that's convenient. It's got our Walking Ballista. Only one of these in the main.
Nice.
But now we're not dead next turn. So
oh no!
Tap this for 2 mana. 1/1 Ballista.
Wow.
You're up.
Wow. Don't worry, we're dead. I put all my eggs in the basket here, trying to top deck a land, but I did not get there. Scry.
I'll go to 18.
Oko to the bottom. Go.
Okay, now I might just want to go in on this Ballista, seeing as you don't have red mana.
Yeah, I can't beat a Ballista right here. Is that your one of?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We'll play 2 Oaths. We'll play Caryatid. So now this makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I just want to get the Saheeli off the battlefield. So let's go to 8 mana. Put 2 counters on the Ballista.
Okay.
I could put a 4th attack and then remove, but that's the same as attacking with these. Unless you have some, some haste creature. So I'll just do it that way. So attack for
Down to
4,
one, yep.
goes to 1, and then I'll remove a counter.
'Kay.
The Saheeli.
Really fancy way to do that. I like it.
You're up.
All right, you win. This wasn't exactly the best draw.
Nope. Yeah, Walking Ballista, good card against a combo. Great mana.
Yeah,
sink in the
don't worry.
Devotion deck.
I look how far away I was actually from killing you. That was like 3 or 4 turns. We took a risk. We had a scry, so we had 2 looks at the combo. I figured you couldn't interact.
Yeah.
So I thought it was, as long as you didn't have land Nissa, which would have really punished my line because I didn't have anything else to cast. But I figured 2 looks at that rather than just playing value creatures. I'm not going to win with value creatures.
Yeah, not against this deck.
So, I mean, if you can keep, the combo elements off, Walking Ballista might just be a great sideboard option.
I've got 2 more on the board. I've got Spyglass on Saheeli Rai. I've got Negates for the counter spells.
Yeah.
So we definitely have.
And that even gets around Teferi. This gets around Teferi,
Yeah,
I mean.
Yeah, the permanent base stuff.
Well, I guess maybe not necessarily because I can Teferi bounce, or I go Teferi bounce this and then combo off. So Teferi version might be good, and maybe that's just the better version.
I do think Teferi just works so well with that combo.
Yep, I have to agree with you.
You just draw 12 bad cards of a giant Crisis too.
Yeah,
I had to get a little lucky in that game.
I mean, honestly, I think this. Let's kind of look back at versus today. I mean, I think the highlight is that green-blue Devotion deck is insane. I mean, Devotion was just an absolutely broken mechanic.
It looks really good when it gets to do its thing.
Yeah.
But
it seems pretty consistent.
But I have to look at it, I want to see it against a Thoughtseize, Dig Through Time, removal spell, Fatal Push deck, killing my mana creatures, maybe having Trophy for even Leyline, having interest to Planeswalkers. That said, you have a lot of Planeswalkers that are good against control decks. Oko's good against control.
And you can still turn to Oko with your deck a large percentage of the time.
Nissa's good against control decks, keeps making more threats. Precious Planeswalkers, if they have those. Hydroid Krasis, a really good threat against control.
Yeah.
Normally in these matchups, they kill your mana creatures, and then you can't even cast your high threats. You can with Krasis for maybe just drawing a card, but that's fine at 4 mana. Maybe at 6 mana, you eventually get to do it.
But then I think these Thoughtseize decks, you slap a Veil down, you ever get that interaction going, it's just game. I mean, it's such a brutal swing.
Veil in the sideboard is great against them. Courser and Nissa Vastard's here. You could play Tireless Tracker if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot of options to play a sort of mid-range game and grind through them.
Nissa doesn't seem good to me.
Yeah, you don't have
enough lands.
I think they should be Tireless Trackers.
Yeah, there you go.
But that's definitely that's a matchup I'll have to see to believe, but I think you have some tools. And that was one of the main reasons I went with Krasis, because it's a card that you don't need 12 mana to be good, but if you have 12 mana, it's insane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, this was insane. We saw Collected Company, we saw Treasure Cruise, we saw Nykthos and Devotions coming back, we saw Rally the Ancestor. I mean, this is just day 1 of scratching the surface. I know you are just ecstatic to keep exploring this, and you best believe we're going to be playing more of this on Versus Live, because this was a blast. It's an exciting format. It's something that normally they introduce these new exciting formats and you're like, okay, cool, but they take so long before they get into professional play. So at least for me personally, I don't really dive into it because, there's always a tournament for me to get ready for. But now when these really fun formats match up for tournaments that I'm getting ready for, I mean, this is awesome. Yeah. This is awesome.
Double Christmas.
It is double Christmas, triple even. I mean, Standard was still fun. We just got a ban of a very oppressive card in Field of the Dead.
Unbelievable how every format is interesting right now. Modern is still shaking out with all the great cards that have been printed in the last several months.
Astrolabe is free from the
Pauper.
from
Astrolabe.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. So let's just thank some subs here, Rob, and then we're gonna be hitting the old dusty trail.
All right, we got one today on Dr. Bruce 15. So thank you for the sub.
You are the one pioneer, Dr. Bruce.
Yes, the original Maverick.
All right, everybody. Well, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you had as much fun watching this new format as we had playing it. That's going to be it for today. We will see you again Thursday, same time. For Ross and me, we'll see you later.